Hey everyone, Scott Smith with the Smith team at Keller Williams. Happy Friday, December 9th. Wanted to share with you some great news that we just got from one of the national news services, and it relates to home equity. So obviously we've seen a huge run up in prices and over the last few years with the lower interest rates. We've seen many homeowners that have taken advantage of those low interest rates and been able to refinance. And what the report shared was the average homeowner in Minnesota gained $28,000 in equity just over the last 12 months. And I would say it's probably double that in the last 2 to 3 years if we looked at that aggregate. But a couple things, what can you do with that home equity if you're sitting on it? Because that's one of our greatest assets that we have in home ownership is having that equity. Not to say that, you can take advantage of the stock market. What does that look like for you? But four different strategies that I want to share with you about taking advantage of your home equity. So they all start with R. So I love alliteration. The first thing would maybe be to restructure your some debt. And with that, what I mean is if you've got a high interest rate car loan, some student loans, maybe some credit card debt, even a second mortgage on your home, maybe take a look at either refinancing or just restructuring some of that debt. The cheapest and the easiest way to do that is with a home equity line of credit. We don't want you to go into more debt, but maybe restructuring some of the existing debt so you can tap into that home equity and pay that off sooner and get on with building some additional wealth. The second thing is to renovate. And, a lot of people, think, oh, hey, I'm a real estate agent, so we're going to have you move in all the time as much as we could. Not that we wouldn't like that. But so many people that, your tenure in your home is going to be 7 to 10 years, sometimes longer. We've been in our home coming up on 20 years. And with that, you're looking at some of those renovations and saying, okay, if we're going to be here for a while, where can we renovate? And you've got equity in your home to do that. So maybe some of the larger projects that you've been putting off, if you wanted to do an addition, a bathroom or kitchen remodel, maybe finishing a basement, or doing some of those things that aren't so much fun, maybe new mechanicals or appliances. Now's a good time to do that because you do have some good equity in your home, and it's also protecting your investment in your real estate if you're looking to move down the road and reinvesting into that property with your equity. The third R is to reinvest that and looking at that equity in your home and saying, okay, what can we do with this? Where would be a good place to put that? We work with a lot of clients that are looking to take some of that equity, put it to work, and maybe reinvesting that into either second home or into a rental property. So we've seen many Minnesotans that are buying properties in Arizona, Texas, Florida, obviously, someplace down south or up north. Maybe they're looking at buying a cabin and using some of that equity as a down payment for that second home purchase. So certainly some great options there. We'd love to talk to you about that. The fourth thing, and this is where I put my real estate hat on, is to relocate. If you've got great equity in your home, and it's not a home where you say, you know what, I don't see us being here for another 2, 3, 4 years. Maybe it's time to take a look at relocating to your next home. If you're not in your dream home right now, maybe take advantage of that. We've actually seen interest rates drop almost a full percentage point from in the low sevens to the low sixes. And as we turn the calendar, we're expecting that we're going to be in the fives, which is kind of where they predicted we would be last year at this time. Definitely not in the sixes. So we're seeing that inflation kind of walk its way backwards and kind of settling back down after that large run up in interest rates. So relocating to a new home, putting the equity for you to work rather than renovating or your existing home, maybe it's time to take a look at relocating into your next home. So certainly reach out to us if you need any resources where we can help you with that. 651-777-3434. But hey, great news. You've got some awesome equity in your property and 4 different strategies to put that to work for you. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.